Welcome to You Can't Be ABCs, a podcast where we learn about careers and have a little fun along the way. I'm Sam.
And I'm Bobby, and welcome to episode 2. We are getting the hang of this, Sam. We're coming along. This is episode 2, and let's probably start out with something that we didn't recognize the first time, which was we had a little stuffed animal that was along for the ride the first time. Now, first of all, what was the name of the stuffed animal? We probably didn't see because it was a little bit behind you the first time. What stuffed animal did you have first time? Do you recall? The big orange thing.
It's not a thing. His name is Cowboy Charizard.
Charizard.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboy Charizard. Okay, and if you didn't notice it, he did actually have a cowboy hat on. Now, who do we have with us today, Sam?
We have Octoword.
Okay, Octoword is with us today, stuffed animal. And for those who are not able to see because they're listening, what is Octoword? What kind of an animal is Octoword? Well, I ever did from the name, but what is it?
He's Squidward's cousin, who's an octopus.
Okay, he's an octopus and Squidward. If you don't know Squidward is from SpongeBob SquarePants, correct?
Yes.
What's Squidward's, what does he do in SpongeBob SquarePants? I'm not really familiar. He's like a friend. What is he?
He's a sourpuss. He's always making fun of them. And when they get hurt or something, he does this really annoying laugh. I'm really bad at imitations, but it's like, ha, ha, ha. His nose is super big, so he snorts in a lot of air.
Okay, all right. And in terms of what kind of an animal is he? Is he a real animal at all?
He is a squid.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's literally in the name.
Yeah, that was a little slow of me not to get that right up. Okay, I got you. He's a squid.
No,
okay.
He's a tiger.
No, I got it. He's a squid. I got it. Okay, very good. Well, listen, we thought that we started these episodes off with us kind of taking a moment to, sometimes share a little bit as people get to know you and a little bit more. But sometimes people by, asking them what's on their mind, what's in their head. So we thought we'd start with either giving you a chance to have what we'll call from now on a vent event. Like you get to vent about something, or we'll actually give you a chance to, what I would probably say is just tell us what's on your mind, what you've been thinking about, a thought that's come to mind recently. So I'll give it over to you. What's on your mind? Or what are you venting about?
So, I've been thinking.
Okay.
In Spanish, bruja means witch, right?
I guess. I'm not bruja. Okay, we can look it up.
And so, does bruja mean witch cackle or witch laugh?
Okay, I took like 4, 5, 6 years of Spanish a long time ago, and bruja meaning witch is new to me, but bruja meaning witch laugh. I guess it'd be interesting to know, where does the word bruja come from? Because does it maybe come from the same way? It probably doesn't, but okay, that's what's on your mind. We got it. Bruja, does it mean a witch's laugh or cackle? Because bruja means witch in Spanish, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, good people, we want to take a little time. We're going to do something because as we talk about like careers and things, and Sam, we'll get back to you. But one of the things that I wanted to do as it relates to you personally, you're in the 5th grade. And so something that I think probably is important is for you to, have you ever had what they call a personality test done before? You're young. You haven't had one. No, you haven't.
Yeah.
So you've not had a personality test done before. They have a few that are out there. So here's the thing, right? You are pretty self-aware. You know what you like and what you don't like. Like like what's something that you love and then something that you abhor. It can't be a person now. What's something that you love?
Let's see.
Just one thing.
That's a hard choice. Popcorn.
Okay. All right. What's something that you abhor? Don't you say it. Go ahead and say what's on your mind.
I don't really have one right now.
Okay.
Oh, I abhor when people are about to say something to you, then somebody just comes in and they're like, "Hey, blah 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 blah," and then the conversation just steers away.
Oh, okay. So you're talking about someone who comes in when you're talking to someone and someone just interrupts the conversation without asking any questions or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So rude people, that's not you saying or naming someone, or I wouldn't necessarily call people rude when they do that. Sometimes they're just not paying attention.
It's like this. Hey, Sam, so guess what happened to me yesterday? Hey, Sam, guess what?
And they just interrupted the whole conversation. Okay. All right. Well, I'll give you that. I bet you probably have someone in mind who's done that before, but we won't get, we're not going to name names. Okay. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do, for those of you who may not know the kid, Sam is 10 years old, 5th grade. You Can Be ABCs. He is a children's book co-author along with his dad. I'm holding the book up right now. Let me take a moment. You know, people we need to shout out. Let's shout out the team at Philomel, the team at Penguin Random House. We appreciate them so much for this lovely book, which is still something that Sam signs, and he has a holidays going to be coming up. I know we're going to be signing a good amount of these again. But we're going to do a personality test, or assessment is what they call it. Now, this is kind of like one of those things you do. What's the last test that you had?
Do you mean like a personality test or any test in general?
Oh, just test at school. What's the last test you had?
I'm pretty sure the last test I had was a test on plot lines.
On plot lines. Okay. Yeah, that's old rise over run stuff. I don't know if you guys have gotten into that yet, but the figuring out the slope of lines is rise over run. You run on your x-axis, you run on your x-axis, and you rise on your y-axis, or rise or fall, depending on if it's a negative number. But I digress.
This isn't math, it's English. Plot lines.
Oh!
Okay. First Squidward. Now you think that plot lines is about math. What?
I'm sorry. All right, that is... I'm sorry. You said plot lines. I thought you were talking about plotting lines. Okay, I'm sorry. At some point, the way I reacted to plot line will make sense to you, because there is such a thing as plotting lines on an X. Never mind. I won't get it. All you folks with the math background and brain, you'll get it. Nevertheless,
and everybody who is 10 and just learning new things, you know what I'm talking about. Hopefully.
Plot line. Yeah, my bad. Sorry. That is actually an accident. So we did not plan that at all. Okay, so plot lines in English. I get that. Okay, very good. So here's the thing we're going to do, because personalities assessments, and we're going to come up with a list. Because we talk about like things that could happen or should happen as kids are trying to figure out careers and stuff. Well, one of the things that is personality and a career assessment. Now, you're kind of still young. It's basically you answer these questions and you figure out the type of person that you are in these different categories. And then guess what, Sam?
What?
One of those categories, usually you'll go to certain different careers and you'll find that, man, it's a whole lot of those types of personality people who are in that career. Or, man, it's a bunch of those types of personality people in that career. So if you know what your personality assessment is, or you kind of figure it out, because there's smart people over the years who've done these things. Like there's this one very famous assessment called Myers-Briggs. I don't know the names of the people behind Myers-Briggs. Like, you know, some other great combos.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Peanut butter and jelly. But I'm thinking about people combos. Like,
Michelle and Brock.
Yeah, that's a good one. But I'm actually thinking about somebody like
Swift and Kelsey.
Who's Swift and Kelsey? Who's that?
Taylor Swift, Travis Kelsey.
That's another good people combo. Well, you could argue actually that to your point that both of those they're kind of like businesses, right? I don't know
Two guys who created Teen Titans.
who the two guys that created Teen Titans.
I forgot their names.
Well, I think the point I'm making is Myers-Briggs. I'm sure there are two different like scientific background people. We have to look it up that came together to create this. I could be wrong. It could be some lady whose maiden name was Myers and she married some dude with the last name Briggs, but I'm sure it's probably two folks who came together. I'll have to look it up. But anyway, I'm getting past the point. The point is this personality assessment will help you kind of get a feel for if you do a personality assessment, you may start to figure out, man, I might be interested in this or that or the other thing because there's a lot of science behind people who do certain careers and the types of personalities who are in those careers.
Well, I either want to be an engineer because I really like building,
Okay.
a DJ because I really like music, an astronaut because I really like space, or the president, not because I like politics, I just want to run.
Okay. So the DJ part is something you can do in your pastime, right? Okay. All right. Good deal. All right. So let's do this. We're going to go through these things. We're going to start off. I'm going to say, I want you to give me a 1 to a 5. Okay. The 1 will be you answering, that's me. 2 is still close to 1, but it's not quite 1. 3 is in the, well, let me start this way. 1, I'm going to give you a statement. 5, I'm going to give you a statement. 1, you are perfectly in line with that statement. 5, you're perfectly in line with that statement. 2 is close to 1. 4 is close to 5. 3 is in the middle. Let's try it out. Let's practice and see if you get what I'm saying. So you're going to answer 1, 2, 3, or 4 or 5. Got it?
Got it.
All right. 1, I am often disorganized. 5, I keep myself organized. So are you 1, I am often disorganized? Are you 5, I keep myself organized?
I'm a 4.
Or 2? Very good. All right. Got it. Let's see if we got the hang of this. 1, I make decisions with my head. 5, I make decisions with my heart.
3.
You're right in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Okay. This isn't as hard. You're a smart kid. I forgot about that. This isn't as hard as I thought it might be.
You free.
I forgot it. I mean, sometimes it's the sin of familiarity. You know what that is? Sometimes you can be around something so much that you forget how special and cool it is. Like, for instance, people in New York, they are not necessarily known for going to visit the Statue of Liberty. People in Memphis don't go visit Graceland, Elvis, but people all around the world go and visit those places because guess what? People in Memphis have gotten familiar with Graceland and Elvis home. People in Ellis Island and Statue of Liberty in New York, they've gotten familiar with the Statue of Liberty. That's nothing special, but people from around the nation and the world go and visit there. So that's what that is. All right, here we go. 1, I like to try to innovate. 5, I like to use trusted methods. And are you an innovative person, or do you like to come up with stuff and create things, or do you like to use trusted methods?
3 on that one too.
You're 3. You dead in the middle. Okay. 1, I keep my thoughts to myself. 5, I speak up.
5.
Absolutely. If you answered anything else on that, I think I was going to judo chop you in your neck because it was not true. All right. And let me say this to you. Your mother and I, we've raised you to speak up for yourself and to challenge authority if you're not being treated fairly, if you feel like it, but always be respectful. You got it? All right. 1, I seek attention from others. 5, I avoid attention from others.
4.
All right. 1, I look for ways to help others. 5, I look for ways to achieve my own goals.
1.
1, I start conversations. 5, I let others start conversation.
2.
Okay, you're really good at this. All right. Talking in the microphone a little bit better. 1, I like ideas that are easy to understand. 5, I like ideas that are complex.
5.
Nice. That sounds about right. Oh, now this is a very interesting one. 1, I feel the pain of other people. 5, I am not easily affected by sad stories.
2.
Okay. 1, I value my social status. 5, I value my privacy.
5.
You value privacy? I guess
Yeah.
so. 1, I put my needs first. 5, I put others' needs ahead of my own.
4.
Okay. 1, I follow a plan. 5, I act on impulse.
3.
Right in the middle. All right, here's another one. 1, I am always prepared. 5, I am often unprepared.
1.
1. Yeah, you can't beat yourself up in the head, beat yourself in the head when sometimes everything doesn't go according to plan. I know you can be hard on yourself. Do you feel like you're your own worst critic? You do? All right. Give yourself a break. All is well in the world. All right, here we go. 1, I make sure everyone is taken care of. 5, I look out for myself.
2.
2, I make sure, okay. 1, I work first, play later. 5, I play first, work later.
1.
Yeah, your mother kind of has something to do with that one, I think. All right, now this is similar, but I want you to answer 1 if it's inaccurate, 5 if it's accurate, and then the same thing in the middle. Got it? All right, I have a lot of energy. 1 inaccurate, 5 accurate.
1.
You have a lot of energy?
Mhm.
That's inaccurate?
Oh, no, sorry, 5.
Okay, got it. All right, here we go. This is another one of those. 1 inaccurate, 5 accurate. I have a vivid imagination.
5.
Is there a 7 on here? All right, here's another one. I prefer to follow a schedule. 1 inaccurate, 5 accurate. And the levels in between. All right, 2 inaccurate. I prefer to follow. Okay. All right. I enjoy trying to understand complicated ideas. Now, 5, that is absolutely accurate. Like complicated ideas. I think the thing is that about, what's so interesting? I think what's so interesting about how we think and how your brain works is like, you should never stop asking questions. You're really good at that. I like that though. All right. And never think that you got it all figured out. There's always somebody smart, always a lot more to learn. I'm sorry. These are just general things that I'm saying while we're talking about this. All right. I think about the needs of others. Inaccurate, 1, accurate, 5.
4.
4, accurate. All right. I enjoy being the center of attention. 1 inaccurate, 5 accurate.
4.
4. All right. 1 inaccurate, 5 accurate. I make sure my work is finished on time.
1.
Is that inaccurate? You don't finish your work on time?
5.
5. Okay.
Getting those mixed
It's okay.
up.
I'm helping you out. I sympathize with the homeless. I know that one.
1. 5.
5, accurate. All right, there we go. I think about why people do the things they do. Inaccurate, 1, accurate, 5.
4.
4. Okay, that's a good one. I enjoy chatting with new acquaintances. Like, don't you have a couple of give me an example. Like, you have a couple of new kids in your room at school. I mean, when you met them, what's been your experience with them? Like, I know you got at least 2.
So I have 3.
Okay.
I've talked to 2 of them a lot.
Okay.
1 of them I don't really talk to.
Okay, but you talked to them. Did you kind of search them out to kind of introduce yourself, or how did that work? Or
Look
did
them
you
up on Google.
You look?
I'm just saying, Google gives you all the answers.
My son is not a stalker, ladies and gentlemen. He's just inquisitive. He's not out here Googling everybody.
Okay, literally everybody knows Google is the way to go.
Hey, stop telling on yourself. You sound like a stalker.
I'm
You
not
know, Google is the new, you know what a stalker used to be back in the day?
somebody who followed somebody.
And hides in the bushes. They don't hide in the bushes. You don't hide in the bushes anymore. You just search on the internet. But I guess the thing about that, though, people never see you. They see you hiding in the bushes. But anyway, shout out to the 3 new students and the internet searchers. We are not creepy. All right. So I enjoy chatting with new acquaintances. 1 inaccurate, 5 accurate.
3.
Okay. 1 inaccurate, 5. I keep my belongings in their proper place. Accurate is 5.
Four.
1 is in there. Okay, 4. I enjoy being there for people when they are feeling sad.
5.
5, accurate. I would rather go with the flow than have a set schedule. Inaccurate, 1, accurate, 5. Go with the flow,
4.
set schedule, 4. I enjoy philosophical discussions. Ooh, I know that one too. What's that?
5.
Yeah, like anybody who's thinking that a witch, brouhaha, my goodness, anyway, I won't go there. I would enjoy attending a large party in my honor.
In my honor?
Yeah, it says that specifically.
1.
Inaccurate. Now, you like a large party.
Yeah, I like a large party, but not in my favor.
Yeah, right. I got you.
I'm more introverted.
Okay, I'll let you say that. Okay, I am. Well, interestingly enough, I have found that there are a lot of people who are introverts, but they present as extroverts, right? Well, hey, how you doing? But you know what it does? I found, and this isn't necessarily true. I don't know this to be true. This is not something I've studied, but I've seen these introverts who are introverted, but they are like extroverted personalities. But you know what it does for them? You're supposed to say what? This is a show where everybody's listening. They can't see, everybody can't see your eyes. What it does to them is that it drains them. Like, so if you're an introvert, but you're always like extrovert, hey, how you doing? When you're done, you're drained. Introverts who are really extroverts, when they're around people and doing all that, it energizes them.
Yeah, I remember one time when the first day of school, I was really tired because I was trying to talk to all the new students.
Okay. All right. So I get that. All right. Let's use that microphone. All right. I'm very attentive to deadlines, inaccurate or accurate.
5.
Accurate. I'm helpful to the people around me. Inaccurate, 1, accurate, 5.
Yeah.
All right. It is important to me to understand the bigger picture. Inaccurate, 1, 5, accurate.
2.
Okay, so you don't need to understand the bigger picture.
I want to see the little details.
Okay, it's important to me to understand the bigger picture. So here's the thing about that, because I want to push back on your answer to that. The bigger picture is sometimes where we're going, even so. I get where I'll leave it there. All right, it's easy for me to talk to strangers. It is easy for me to talk to strangers. Now, let's not get into the whole thing about don't talk to strangers, but generally speaking, talking to new people. It is easy for me
3.
to talk to strangers. Okay, 3. All right, I believe in the importance of art. Inaccurate, 1, accurate, 5.
What kind? Like the painting kind? Because
Generally speaking.
4.
Okay. All right. We have a little bit more of this to go, and I think we'll be almost there. All right, we're still doing this inaccurate and accurate. I work hard to please others. 1, inaccurate, 5, accurate.
3.
I like to help others with their personal problems.
5.
Accurate. I like thinking about the mysteries of the universe.
5.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, definitely. I make plans and stick to them. Inaccurate, 1, accurate, 5.
2.
2. All right. I spend time trying to understand myself. You ever do that? Are you at the age where you kind of self-reflect a little bit?
Yes. 4.
Well, I don't know if I got there in the 5th grade. Like I started to I don't know what age I got to. Well, no, I kind of, I was a sensitive kid in that I could dig on the feelings of others, but okay, never mind. It's about you. I get a thrill out of meeting new people. 1, inaccurate, 5, accurate.
1.
You don't like to meet new people?
I like meeting new people, but I don't get a thrill out of it.
Okay. All right. So it's inaccurate altogether? Because you're kind of a talkative person.
Like 3.
Yeah, because it's just like you were just talking about how you were meeting the new people in your class. That wasn't that it was a thrill. Well, I understand. Okay. I'm sensitive to the feelings of others.
5.
I enjoy learning about scientific theories.
5.
All right. I start tasks in advance so that I have plenty of time to finish.
5.
I love to make new friends.
5.
All right. I like to have a detailed plan before starting a task.
2.
All right. People tell me I am too quiet.
1.
What did it take you so long to answer one on that for your big mouth?
I'm just saying.
So trying to play all demure, very mindful, very demure, loud mouth, inaccurate. All right. I'm concerned about others. Inaccurate 1, accurate 5.
5.
All right. I prefer to come up with an original solution to a problem.
4.
Okay. Being around lots of people energizes me.
3.
I have trouble sticking to a routine. Now, you may have a routine, but do you have trouble sticking to it? That's a whole nother question.
Yeah, because I start playing around, so 4.
All right, let's do 4. All right. It is important to me to be of service to others.
5.
I enjoy examining myself and my life. My goodness.
5.
All right. I find it challenging to make new friends. Like it's a harder thing to do. Is it hard for you to make new friends? 3. Okay. I am a private person.
4.
All right. I let others know that I care about their feelings.
5.
5. All right. I am full of new ideas.
5.
All right. Well, check this out. We are almost done, but I tell you what, it went quicker than I thought that it would. Okay. We're back to that. So what we're going to do, Sam, is that we're going to finish this. But I tell you what we also will do is that when we come back in our next episode, we'll have these answers. And what we'll do is kind of get into it a little bit more. Now, where do you think that you might fall? Like in terms of people like you, do you think that people who will be the personality that you end up on, are those like the people who would be engineers or,
Okay.
I mean, because you're creative.
Okay, so let's
You're kind of, yeah.
creative,
Uh-huh.
introvert / extrovert,
Okay. You're creative, introvert / extrovert.
questioning the universe,
Questioning the universe.
probably a scientist.
Scientist. You think you'll be like more of a scientist type. Yeah, that fits. But at the same time, you're very good around people. You talk around people. What about that?
A scientist or a con artist?
I think what we're going to get into is figuring out where you fall. And I think that that'll be like a good episode to come back to, right? But here's the thing that I want to say. We're doing this right now, but this isn't really for kids as much. And I want to shout out to Truity. We're using their website and doing this, but having something like this for kids your age that helps them to kind of know their personality. And this is very useful, mind you, because we haven't run on anything that's, that can't fit for you. For something that's absolutely kid friendly or even kid friendlier, if you will, we want to do something like that because I think that personality assessment will set you up because sometimes your personality may not necessarily align with the career you have in mind. Does that make sense? Well, we'll figure that out. All right, folks. Well, listen, this is us coming to an end of episode 2 of You Can Be ABCs. Next episode, we know we will have the results of this personality assessment that we've almost made it through, and then we'll be able to talk a little bit more. But I'm Bobby.
And I'm Sam.
We will see you next time.